Hey guys, Guillotine here, and I just watched the pilot of CW's new TV show, which is a spin-off from Arrow, Flash. It was pretty awesome. The amount of stuff I know about the Flash is from the movie Flashpoint Paradox, which I watched just because I wanted to see the alternate universe Batman, and what I've played from DC Universe Online. Also, because it's a spin-off from Arrow, we have to remember it's not Arrow. Arrow is this, it's very this dark, foreboding, I'm Oliver Queen and I have to save my city and blah. This feels a lot more like your classic DC story. There's a good guy, there's a bad guy. The good guy wants to do stuff because he wants to help. He's this 1950s gee whiz kind of kid who wants to do things to help people, not to avenge his father's death, or he has some dark foreboding story, which he does. His mom died and his dad's in jail because they think he did it, but that doesn't make him dark and foreboding and brooding. He's just a regular guy. The show feels a lot more hopeful, a lot more happy. I don't know, maybe that's the best way to put it. It feels a lot more like that classic DC feeling of good guy versus bad guy. The Flash starts in Arrow. Barry Allen visits Starling City to investigate something. He meets Oliver Queen. He figures out he's the Arrow. He has a little thing with Felicity. And then he goes back to Central City where the particle accelerator explodes. A lightning bolt hits him, mixed with all these chemicals that he had because he was investigating some other stuff on the side, and it puts him into a coma. That's where the show starts off. He wakes up, and he's now the fastest man alive. That's not always a good thing, if you know what I mean. The scientists that were looking after him when he was in a coma are the Star Lab scientists, and now they're helping him with his powers. So there's a lot more science aspects to it than just basic fighting. There's also a part in the very beginning, and I really hope this is something that they keep going. Before he becomes the Flash, he does this quick little police investigation thing because he works for the He works CSI. Barry Allen works for CSI, so he's already working with the cops and all that stuff. Well, he goes to a crime scene at the very beginning of the episode, and he looks at tire tracks, and you see all these little numbers and graphs start appearing on the screen, a lot like Sherlock. If you've seen Sherlock, the way Sherlock looks at stuff and you see words and things pop up, deducing. It's him doing his deduction thing, the science of seduction. Not the science of seduction, the science of deduction. It wasn't just big beefy guy gonna solve the crime. It was like, I figured it out because of this, and here's science stuff, and here's some numbers and figures, and yay, math. Also, the guy playing Barry Allen, he's not this big muscly dude. He's thin, he's lanky, he's tall, which makes sense to be the Flash and be the fastest man alive. Another thing that it did that I really liked is that they didn't use flashbacks. Flashback. Get it? Except for a couple. They flashbacked to when Barry Allen was 11 and he saw his mom get killed by this lightning thing going around, and it killed his mother. It hasn't been totally explained yet. I hope they don't use flashbacks to tell 50% of their story like Arrow does. Don't get me wrong, I love Arrow. It's one of my favorite shows right now. But I hate the way that 50% of every episode is stuff on the island. It's flashbacks, okay? It's not Lost. Let's move on from Lost. They did the flashback thing really well, but let's move on to other stuff. So they didn't really do that in The Flash, aside from a couple small flashbacks, so hopefully if they do, they keep them minimal like they did in the pilot episode. Fingers crossed. I don't want to give too many spoilers away. Again, this is the pilot episode. Things in this could change. They could stay the same. Hopefully, I hope they stay the same. This show also introduces more metahumans into the DC universe. In the second season of Arrow, they had the Mirakuru serum that introduced the super strong humans into that universe already. This kind of introduces more, kind of like the meteor shower in Smallville, made metahumans, gave them all powers. Definitely curious to see how Flash and Arrow are going to tie in, if they're going to tie into the other DC movies going on right now. Hopefully they will tie in. I haven't seen confirmation of it, so I don't know, but if they do, they have a full roster already. So far for Dawn of Justice, we have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Then for the two other shows that are starting in the fall, Gotham, so that introduces Jim Gordon and the rest of the Batman universe. We got Constantine, which is another one that'll be coming up, and then we've already got Arrow, well established, and now we're going to start with Flash. So I'm looking forward to how those are going to affect that, and also how the first Man of Steel movie is going to affect Arrow and Flash, because that movie brings a huge implication of alien life, of life being out there in space. So I'm really curious to see how that takes effect, if/when it does. So if you saw it, I hope you liked it. If you didn't, tell me why. If you thought it was awesome, also tell me why. Hit up the comment section so we can talk a little bit more about Flash. I thought it was a great pilot, and pilots usually suck, so this was refreshing. If they stay like this, I'd be pretty happy. So I'm looking forward to the show, officially starting in the fall. It looks like it's going to be awesome. I love the characters it's introduced. I love the feel of the show. I'm looking forward to more. Maybe we'll get some more Arrow cameos in the Flash, and vice versa, Flash cameos in Arrow, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, I thought it was great. So tell me what you thought. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Hit me up on the Facebook or the Twitter. If you got questions about it, if you want to talk about it, if you want to tell me I'm a big stupid dork, go for it. Won't be the first time. So other than that, that's all I've really got. So see y'all later.